I'm going to move on to just a less controversial issue, which is fiduciary duty.
Ah, yes, of course.
There's been a lot of talk about fiduciary duty, I think in part, or in fact, almost entirely because of what is happening at the DOL and the imminent release of the DOL fiduciary rulemaking. But thematically, both the SEC and the DOL are clearly concerned with issues related to retirement. There are these large numbers of, demographically, folks who are going to be retiring soon. People are concerned about how they're investing their money, their 401ks, rollovers to IRAs, what kinds of advice they're getting. And so not only do you have, from a rulemaking perspective, the SEC's fiduciary rulemaking, the DOL's fiduciary rulemaking. Obviously, OCIE has announced an initiative called Retire, related to retirement accounts and how those accounts are being managed currently under current rules. So thematically, there's a lot of fiduciary duty as applied to the retirement space going on. Is there interplay between what you're doing at OCIE and what you're thinking about from the fiduciary duty rulemaking perspective in this area?
So I'll start.
You've been director longer. I mean, I'll give it a go. Look.
No, I'm fine. I got the fiduciary thing going. Look.
Well, I'm the first person who's asked you about fiduciary duty.
Right. It's a new issue for me. I guess first I would say that, you know, just before getting into the fiduciary initiative, right? Everyone in this room,
we're fiduciaries.
Live and breathe
yes.
Fiduciary duty every day. So that's one thing to start with. On the initiative, because it is such an important duty, I think that there's been a long push to make it more, widely applicable to as many investors as possible, right? When you boil it all down, that's simply what's going on here. And whether it's, I mean, not to comment on what DOL is doing, I mean, that's up to DOL, but yeah, that's what we at the SEC are doing. So the concept is simple. The process for getting there has obviously been, it's gone through a lot of different stages with Dodd-Frank providing us with the authority, and then the commission staff doing the study, asking for some more data after that around it, and where we are on it is pretty much Chair White has, it is a priority of hers. It's one of these things that, in the same way that you guys feel it, at the core of what you do, she thinks it's the right answer and she wants to make it happen. Trading and markets and NIM are, hard at work on making that happen. The sort of next step of it, that's where it is. As we're doing that, so there's a lot of different things that feed into that as we're doing it. A piece of it, right? I mean, Marc's folks are doing some stuff in the retirement space, and as he's been talking about, any sort of data source relevant to the analysis makes it a better thing. So we're hugely supportive of it. I turn it over to you from there.
It's been one of our priorities for a while, and we all know why, right? You have a large swath of the American public who's going to go from net contributors of their defined contribution program to net consumers of that capital. And anytime you have that type of money that's going to be shifting gears, there's going to be opportunities for people to do things that aren't always in the best interest of those retirees. So we want to go out and collect all the information that we can and do our utmost. One of our key missions as a commission is to protect investors. And with that key demographic reaching the mass that it is, It's a key risk for us. So we're going to continue to collect the information, not only share it with policy at the appropriate times, go out and let industry know what we're seeing in the practices of that and the risks to those practices.
So I assume the data that you're getting from the Retire Initiative is then, as I hear it, feeding into the ongoing analysis of the fiduciary duty rulemaking that you're contemplating.
Yeah.